videos have surfaced of Brian Harpool, who was Charlie Kirk's security leading up to his death. He has since been fired from Turning Point USA, and many have questioned his involvement in what took place.
Do you ever feel unsafe when it gets to this amount of numbers? Has there ever been any scare?
Why do you think that they tore up and paved over the crime scene so quickly?
I have had and asked that at least 10 times. And I said, I don't understand the exigency of why they did that.
Messages have been pouring in without stopping, with countless people sharing the same video showing Charlie Kirk's final moments before his passing. But what has truly captured everyone's attention isn't only what happened in those final seconds, it's the intense and highly debated events that followed almost immediately afterward. Many viewers have focused on one particular detail, with some claiming Charlie's own security team may have prevented medical personnel from reaching him as quickly as they could. That is a very serious claim, and one that has sparked widespread discussion online. Before making any assumptions, though, it's important to take a closer look at what the footage actually appears to show. Before examining why some people believe Charlie's team may have delayed medical assistance, it helps to carefully review what can be seen in the moments immediately after the incident. Those first few seconds have become the center of intense debate because they are where so many questions begin. The official explanation describes a scene filled with confusion, urgency, and people reacting under enormous pressure.
People start screaming. I'm like, okay, there's a shooting. Me and the guy next to me, we yell, get down. People start hitting the ground. Everybody was loud. Everybody was screaming.
But as viewers continue analyzing the footage frame by frame, many say they notice details that have only added to the uncertainty and encouraged even more discussion about what unfolded. People nearby immediately panicked, while members of the security team rushed to move Charlie away from the area as quickly as possible. That remains the official explanation for their actions. In a situation like that, nobody expects perfect decisions, and fear can easily take over. Even so, many viewers have commented that the footage appears unusually hectic, with movements that seem rushed and lacking clear coordination. Others have questioned whether there was an established emergency plan in place, while some have pointed to what they believe were unusually firm actions by security during those critical moments. The tension captured in the video has only fueled continued debate about exactly what happened behind the scenes. Many people believe that having trained medical personnel readily available should have been one of the highest priorities at an event of that size.
Then I'm like, okay, now I'm safe to go. The security detail was pathetic. I got a ticket ahead of time. I got it for free somehow. I didn't even have to sign. I didn't even have to show them like my ID when I was getting the ticket. I show up. I go up to the desk and I'm like, is there somewhere I need to show my ticket? And they're like, oh yeah, over there. There's a guy over there. There was no guy.
As more information about the venue circulated, some attendees and online commentators began questioning the overall security preparations. Charlie was standing outdoors in a crowded open area, surrounded by tall buildings overlooking the event. Additional reports also prompted discussion about whether enough precautionary measures had been in place, with claims that there were no personnel positioned on nearby rooftops and no aerial monitoring covering the surrounding area. Those reported details have led many to question whether the event was prepared for every possible emergency. There were also reports claiming that bag checks were not being conducted and that the visible law enforcement presence appeared limited considering the size of the crowd. Those reports quickly led to more questions from people following the story, with many wondering whether stronger security measures could have reduced potential risks. Then the situation became even more chaotic. Footage shared widely online appears to show a large crowd suddenly surging forward immediately after the incident, creating confusion as people reacted all at once and making an already difficult situation even harder to manage. Within moments of the incident, Charlie was moved away from the area, and that decision has become one of the most heavily discussed parts of the entire event. Some critics argue that the priority appeared to be removing him from public view as quickly as possible, instead of allowing medical personnel to assist him immediately at the scene. Others have also questioned reports regarding emergency calls and claims that medical assistance available nearby was not fully utilized. Those points remain the subject of ongoing public discussion, with many people continuing to ask questions about how those critical moments unfolded and whether every possible step was taken during the emergency. Questions surrounding the equipment used and the overall response continue to be discussed online, with many people pointing to details they believe still deserve clarification. One commenter even wrote, "I've never witnessed a more glaring attempt to sweep things under the rug." Others have questioned why the emergency response appeared different from what they expected to see in such a serious situation. Some viewers have noted that they did not immediately see paramedics or an ambulance in the footage, while others have argued that the security team appeared focused on moving Charlie away from the area as quickly as possible. Those observations have fueled ongoing debate, although the full sequence of events has not been publicly confirmed.
Did Charlie Kirk's security give a signal right before he was unalived? Listen, I need you guys to watch this video. It's nothing graphic. It's not going to show anything aside from his security. So I need to know what people think about this.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years? Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
What the was the guy in the black doing?
Watching the footage closely, many people have come away believing there are still important questions that remain unanswered. Another moment that drew widespread attention was the way Charlie was placed into the vehicle. Many viewers described the movement as abrupt, prompting discussions about whether the situation was handled in the safest possible way. Some online commentators argued that if the reported injury was as serious as described, immediate medical stabilization would normally be expected before transporting someone. Because of that, many people began questioning whether standard emergency procedures were followed during those critical moments.
So let's see what he actually does.
Suddenly, he was in a position where he was filming the aftermath as Charlie's being carried out.
Those concerns quickly spread across social media, leading to even more analysis of the footage and continued debate over what actually happened. From that point forward, public discussion only intensified. Many people began asking whether those nearby were making the best decisions possible under extraordinary pressure or simply reacting in the middle of a fast-moving emergency. Others pointed to details they believed stood out before the incident even occurred. Some viewers claimed they noticed members of the security team repeatedly checking their watches or exchanging brief looks with one another. While those observations have never been confirmed as meaningful,
Safety team is here. I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. Charlie Kirk got hit, is what the security detail just said.
they have nevertheless become another topic of discussion among people carefully reviewing the available footage. Viewers have also highlighted what they describe as unusual gestures and behavior from certain individuals during the event, especially from one person whose actions have attracted significant online attention. Even so, another question continues to surface. Some people have wondered whether additional public records requests or further independent inquiries could have provided more information about the day's events. Although a court order has reportedly limited discussion of certain evidence, many observers point out that other avenues for gathering publicly available information may still have existed. Because of that, some believe opportunities to better understand the timeline may not have been fully explored.
I'm going to put a hold on that. Nobody went back and asked questions to the school or said, hey, well, let's do a FOIA and do some back digging on that. That's not protected under this evidentiary gag order.
Those lingering questions continue to keep the conversation alive. Whether future information answers them or not, many people remain interested in learning more about the decisions made during those critical moments and whether additional details will eventually become public. Until then, much of the discussion is likely to continue as people examine the available information from different perspectives. If you found this breakdown interesting, be sure to like this video, subscribe for more updates, and share it with anyone following this story. We'd also love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below with your perspective. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.